Here we are again, it's the end of the week and we bring you more groantent and groans in episode 147. I may have used the title of the episode before, but I can't keep track. Whew. It was another hot boiling one this week, which boiled my brain completely. Your groan this week, once again, rolls in from Kelly of High Heaton, who is holidaying in Corfu this week. And your games, they are, don't quote me on that, Gimme Da Question, Talking Nonsense, and Admin Nicole's Anagram Anxiety. Starting us off, as always, yes, it's me with my trio of groans. And just for a disclaimer, these are some of my personal opinions, and if some people disagree, then that's absolutely fine. Internet and ID. Right, this has been a hot topic recently, but I'm gonna condense it. People have a right to feel safe online, but the way to do that is not censor the entire internet. This new ID online thing is also impacting smaller websites who can't afford third-party ID checks, especially facial recognition and the like. If they fail to show they are making an effort, the government is allowing themselves to help themselves, aka via a fine, to 10% of the website's gross profits, which will wipe some smaller websites off, like Newgrounds for example, which has been going for years, but they're really not that big when compared to Amazon Prime or something like that. It's not good. It's also completely wrong in my opinion. Freedom of speech will probably be censored in person next. Hashtag bye bye groans or bye bye groan zone. Food soaked in oil. I bloody hate it when I sit down for a meal and it arrives looking like I've ordered a plate of grease and oil. I was looking forward to the food and you've served me this plate of horse plop. If I wanted to consume totally unhealthy foods, I'd just eat lard. Please cook with love, not with rushing. Shelf shifting. That's a tongue twister. I hate it when shops do this. The other day I was looking for something, was told they no longer sell it, looked a few shelves along and lo and behold, the Dettol fragrance spray was there. It tells you something when the shelves get flipped around so much the employees of the store don't know what is where anymore. The psychology behind it is of course making us look at other items instead of what we were originally going in for. So you're going for one item, you come up with 155. Stop it! Leave things as they are. Just like me in this mini heatwave earlier this week, my groans have melted and evaporated into the atmosphere of the groan zone for yet another week. With a push on, we come to our first game, which is Don't Quote Me on That. When live, I'll be reading the quotes. Hopefully, when the episode is released, you'll hear the clip, not me. Those playing live can only answer once the facts are given. Those at home can call out anytime if they know the movie. Round 1.
I will kill you until you die from it.
Facts. Rowan Atkinson appears in the film 71 minutes in and has 2 minutes of screen time. The film spoofs many action movies including Rambo, RoboCop and Basic Instinct and other big movies of the late 80s and early 90s. Charlie Sheen actually worked out seriously hard to get buff for the role so he'd look good in a singlet, aka just like Rambo. Groaners Live, give me your guesses please. What's the movie, if you know it? This is where I may have stumped those playing live. Someone out there listening live has to know what the movie is. It's a comedy classic, and I can't say much more than that. Wow. Okay. I don't know what generations are in the Groan Zone, like, Discord channel right now, but they don't know what the movie is, bless them. Moving on. Round number 2. I'd buy that for $1. Facts. Miguel Ferrer, Bob Morton in the movie, also had a role in the movie from round number 1. In the shots of our lead character driving a cop car, only the top half of him in costume was shown. He was in his underwear from the waist down driving. To maintain the illusion he drove in full costume, when getting out of the car, his feet are filmed first. In the scene where our hero catches the car keys, thrown by Sergeant Reed, it took 50 takes as the hero's hands were made of foam rubber and kept bouncing off. Groaners Live. What's the movie? People are typing! Yay! What we got? We've got a barrage of RoboCop. Okay. Okay, anymore? Someone's put Kane. I don't know what that means. Someone's put Terminator. Okay. Terminator 2. Someone's put Time Cop 2. I don't know what relevance that is, but okay. Okay, moving on, groaners. That's enough answers there. Round 3. You're nothing but a little girly devil. Facts. Linda Blair spoofs her own role in The Exorcist in this comedy kind of sequel. She thoroughly loved the experience after her trauma filmed the horror original and its original sequel. Linda Blair was shown the script and said the horror comedy would only work if Leslie Nielsen was involved. He was approached 3 days later and signed on for filming. More farts were added to the movie at the request of Leslie Nielsen. Groaners Live, give me your guesses please if you know what the movie is. It's not really a classic, but it is really good comedy. Oh, we have more people typing. What we got? Someone's put Scary Movie. I can see that's it. Yep, more Scary Movie. Someone's put Scary Movie 3. We're just going to have people typing Scary Movie 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, we've got 2 coming up. Right, okay. I'll tell you now, groaners who are putting up Scary Movie, it is not Scary Movie. Right, this was made in, I believe, the 90s. It is not Scary Movie. The answers will come later. But now, as with life, some of us are lucky, but some of us are also, unlucky. This isn't so much poking fun at someone's unlucky streak, this is more a warning to us all. Earlier this week, an artist by the name of Luigi Di Sarno died after eating a broccoli and sausage sandwich during a botulism outbreak in Italy. 8 other people were also hospitalised. Whilst the other 8 were unlucky, and Mr. Di Sarno was unlucky enough to lose his life, this should serve as a warning when buying possibly risky foods, especially from food vendors. Wishing a speedy recovery to the 8 people, and rest in peace to Mr. Di Sarno. However, moving away from luck, we give over to creepy now with Admin Nicole's Creepy Corner. Your story for this week is called Signs of War. Maria wanted so badly to ignore that voice in her head. It seemed to taunt her, day after day of that voice trying to get through to her, yet she refused to listen. So on final attempt, the voice told her to report it to the council. Surely they could help fix her, it's what they did after all. So she did, to prove the voice wrong. This voice that seemed to know her, one that wanted her to go to the council, that warned her it would save her if she did. Yet when she went to the council and explained everything, they smiled and assured her they could fix her and clear that voice from her mind. One tiny procedure, and she back to how she should be. So they put her to sleep, and that was that. Elsewhere, Caroline Falls surveyed the bleak desert around her, the high fences protecting a small village from the attack of the unknown, creatures lurking outside her village, ones that provided them with much needed food and resources. Her village was strong, yet also weak. In the desert not much grows, and when water runs scarce, the only way to the caves is through the desert. Seemingly innocent, but all manner of creatures lurk. Their high fences and multiple guards keep them out. However, today she had more important things to do than survey the desert. Today was the annual blessing ceremony after all, and it was her honour to be allowed to protect those receiving their blessing today. Caroline was 19 years old this year. Her blessing was given to her when she turned 16, like all in her village. Today, the all-important blessing ceremony, tomorrow the even more important refresh. This was where one who received their blessing that year would be taken to the caves where the quicksand resided. There, the chosen one would become part of the desert forever, and they would be blessed with another year of calm and free of all disease. To be chosen to be sacrificed for the village was an honour that many would aspire to have. When Caroline received her blessing, she was granted that of a trilobite beetle, a species whose blessing gave Caroline the ability to stay young for a very long time, and a thick layer of black and orange armour covered her back, something she was able to change at will, allowing her to hide the armour that kept her safe. A skill she was quick to appreciate when it came to enemies in hiding seeing her as an easy target, only to quickly learn how mistaken they truly were. Caroline quickly rose through the ranks after being chosen to train as a guard, now one of the best there is despite her young age. She became skilled in using a spear and has used no other weapon since. There was nothing she loved more than strolling through the wide open desert, tricking every foul creature out of hiding before taking everything she could from them. She was ruthless and often considered bloodthirsty, known among the village as the Ancient Warrior due to how long trilobite beetles have been alive according to their encyclopedias. A vital tool for knowing just how a blessing might affect someone and what use they would have to the village. However, after deciding to go for a quiet patrol in the desert after the annual blessing ceremony, she began to hear a voice in her head. One she had never heard before, but it gave her a strange sense of unease. "Don't suppose you know who I am, do you?" The others didn't. She ignored it and decided it must have been those pesky June worms again. They'd be known to get into people's heads, sometimes literally if they weren't prepared. So she continued on a patrol, heading towards the caves to gather fresh water for the village. She thought she might as well since she was close by. The quiet breeze in the air and the sun blazing above was all she needed to know she was home, to protect the village that she could now be of use to and could now be loved in. However, that voice returned. The others ignored me too. I'm starting to see a pattern. I can't save you like this though, and please don't make me do the impossible. I don't want to fry your chip. I don't know what will happen. Caroline refused to listen to the voice and proceeded to go deeper into the cave. However, as the voice tried to talk more, her refusal to listen distracted her and instead led to her going down the wrong path. The path not towards a spring, but instead towards a quicksand. She begged the voice to stop, questioning its motive and what it was truly after. Unfortunately for her, she had stepped into the quicksand before she realised, and there was no way out. So in the last moments, she heard the voice speak one final time. "I truly hope this is the one I can save you from, but hear me, no matter what form you take, next time for sure I will save you, Carla." Well, this chapter of the new story Groaners serves as a warning. Always stay on the beaten path, never go down the wrong path, or you may end up in a bit of a situation like Caroline did. And if you are hearing voices telling you to do wrong things, do ignore them. Well written, Nicole. Looking forward to the next one as always. There'll be more Creepy Corner next week. Creepy gives way to games now with talking nonsense. Yes, I spin English into gibberish, but this will be recorded after the live show. Round 1. This was a big personal computer in the 1980s for word processing and gaming. Your nonsense is a Ordemok. Pause here, groaners. Have a little think. Answer, then unpause. Round 2. Home videos were made with these, but now you can film on anything. Your nonsense is a Orkmach. Pause here, groaners. Have a little think. Answer, then unpause. Round 3. They made the music for the 1980 movie Flash Gordon. Your nonsense is new. Pause here, groaners, for the final time this episode of this game. Have a little think. Answer, then unpause. With another game out the way now, with the answers making sense later, we swerve to ask that all-important question of why oh why. Spanish football star Lamine Yamal has been facing heat for hiring people with dwarfism as entertainment for his 18th birthday in mid-July, just gone. Spain's Association of People with Achondroplasia and Other Skeletal Dysplasias, ADEE, threatened legal action as they feel this violates the rights law. However, one of the hired dwarfs was interviewed and he actually said he just wanted to work. No one is forcing him or his colleagues into this and feels the group is discrediting their contracted work. People putting their noses in where they aren't wanted, where ill feelings are not even around. I just have to ask, why oh why? The group should have asked the dwarfs before getting involved. The dwarfs just wanted to work. No, there was no hurt feelings. I don't get it. Anyway, make way, make way. We have another audience groan. Kelly is at it once again, but has flown her mocking groan in via Facebook Messenger from holidaying in Corfu, and she's originally from High Heaton. A rant for you, Mr. E. Don't you just love it when you're stressed working hard at work, meaning me, that's Mystery Groaner, me, And some muppet sends a picture from a country currently experiencing 39 degrees centigrade temperatures. There were numerous humorous smiley faces after this. Thanks, Kelly. Touché. But we in the UK have been having a little heat wave this week. I hope when you return, it rains on you. But I'm joking. I promise I'm joking. Hope you had a nice time. Well, groaners, Kelly Facebooked her groan in this week, but we need your groans, your feedback, suggestions, or other possible groantent, aka YOY for example. How? If you're new, here you go. If you've listened often, then you know by now. Facebook groups, the Groan Zone Podcast Facebook group. Discord, every Friday night, usually 8:30 Greenwich Mean Time in the Groan Zone. Discord group, if you want to tune in live and unedited, or you can just drop your content ideas in via a message. Facebook Messenger, contact me, that's Mr. E. Groaner, that's Mr.E. or our lovely Admin Nicole on Nicole Amos. You can also email the groanzonepod@gmail.com, and lastly, comment on any episode on Podbean, Spotify, or YouTube, or any other platforms you listen to us on, and we'll pick it up for review. We look forward to hearing from you, and thanks for your contributions. Another game crashes in now with Gimme Da Question. In this game, you have to match up the answers to the question. It's almost like Twisted General Knowledge. Round 1. Your answer is Solomon Grundy. Your questions are A. Who is the protector of the underworld in the Justice League animated TV series? B. Who is an undead zombie who is one of Batman's many villains? Or C. What was the name of the crime boss Joker killed off in the 1989 movie Batman? Go Groaners Live, what's your guesses? We have B's coming in. We have C's coming in as well. We have a split down the line, Groaners. And more B's. I think the B's are outweighing the C's on this one. Any more? No? Moving on. Round 2. Your answer is Pax. That's P-A-X. Your questions are A. What was Optimus Prime's original last name before becoming a Prime? B. What was Jeff Bezos originally going to call Amazon Prime? Or C. What was the creator of Pac-Man originally going to call him? Go Groaners Live, guesses please, those at home, have a pause, have a think, answer, then unpause. We have A's, B's and C's coming in a multitude of splits for this question or answer. I lost my train of thought then, never mind. Okay, any more? Couple more A's. Okay. Moving on, round number 3. Your answer is Dick Dastardly. Your questions are A. Who was the lead bad guy in the Sharon Stone film The Quick and the Dead, played by the late Gene Hackman? Rest in peace, Gene. B. Which cartoon bad guy drove one of the cars in the cartoon Wacky Races? Or C. Who was Sid James of Carry On Films fame going to play against type in a serious role in the 1964 film Gumshoe? Grow Groaners Live, guesses please. Those at home, you know what to do. We have tons of B's flying in there. 1 C and 2 A's. Okay, I think that's enough. Soon enough, Groaners, questions will be paired up, but now we must name our hero of the week. This guy is a seriously funny comedian here in the UK and is well loved for his hilarious jokes and his appearances on the former show Mock the Week. I'm talking about the comedian Milton Jones, one of my favourites. He bravely faced the diagnosis of prostate cancer a few months ago. He's undergone surgery after it was revealed the cancer was treatable. In his own words, "So many thanks to all the doctors and nurses who helped me get better. I couldn't do their job. I tried, but apparently you've got to be qualified," he joked. Wishing you a speedy recovery, Milton. For going through that, you're a hero, as are those doctors and nurses. If you've been diagnosed, look upon Milton's situation and don't lose hope. We've Admin Nicole ending the episode soon, and you'll need luck for her game. However, this person next also had luck on their side with "Oh, lucky!" A woman in South Carolina, that's in the USA, earlier in August, scooped just over $500,000, which was the jackpot for the lottery that was done. She was quoted as saying, "It's about time." She'd been using the same numbers for years. Well done, that lady. Definitely, oh, lucky. Think I'll start doing that. What do you reckon, Groaners? So I'll put on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. What are the odds of that happening? I would love it if it did. Speaking of luck, do you feel it? I hope so, because it's game answers time. Starting off with Who the Hell Am I from last week? Your answer was Ray Charles. Nice work if you got that. Next up, Gimme Da Question. Round 1. Your answer was Solomon Grundy. Your correct question was B. Who is an undead zombie who is one of Batman's many villains? That's of course correct. He's a massive tall zombie with blue skin and often wears black. Round 2. Your answer was Pax. Your correct question was of course A. What was Optimus Prime's original last name before becoming a Prime? Alpha Trion converted him in the original 1980s cartoon after he got critically injured by Megatron and the Decepticons. He was the first Autobot to undergo the battle transformation process. Later, he would become the de facto leader of the Autobots in their battles against the Decepticons. That's my inner nerd coming out, groaners. I am sorry. Round 3. Your answer was Dick Dastardly. Your correct question was B. Which cartoon bad guy drove one of the cars in the cartoon Wacky Races? Of course, Muttley stars alongside him in Wacky Races, and of course they also star together in the cartoon Stop the Pigeon, one of my favourites from my childhood. Did your questions pair up, groaners? I do hope so. Let's make sense out of nonsense now with the answers talking nonsense. Round 1 was a Commodore. Round 2 was a camcorder. And round 3 was Queen. Well done if you made sense of it, especially with my accent. Last one of the episode. The answers for Don't Quote Me on That. Round 1. The movie was the very funny Hot Shots Part 2. Round 2. The movie was an 80s classic by the name of RoboCop. And round 3. The movie was a send-up of The Exorcist with a classic Leslie Nielsen movie by the name of Repossessed. Was your movie knowledge enough to get any points in that game? Well played if so. Sending us out in the groan space until we return next week is Admin Nicole with Anagram Anxiety. Moonstarer is your anagram this week. Your clue involves the stars. Good luck, groaners. I wish I could help you, but I'm in the dark on this one, like usual. Although I do have little glimmers when I do get them. We'll see you next week. Well done if you scored points in this episode. Take care. Bye-bye. Of it. In the desert, not much grows. When water runs scarce, the only way to... Round 1. This was a pig. Pig?